Hi everybody, it's Rolex here, and yeah, I'm not dead, so I guess that's probably a good introduction. And also, I've been seeing a lot of Magic Find lately, and I think this league it's probably the best league if you want to try to jump in Magic Find. Everything is pretty cheap. You can get like your Magic Find gear like really cheap, especially this league. I think I started out this character like around I don't know, like 40 divines or something, and I consider that pretty cheap because you can run. Basically, I was running Maven, so I just run Destructive Play for my league starter, and I had like around like 120 divines, and then I swap over to this character. I don't know, maybe like 40 to 80 divines, depending on how better the gear you want. But generally speaking, you can start it off like pretty cheap, right? You just need Lightning Coil and all the pieces of Magic Find, and I don't even have full Magic Find gear because I feel like it doesn't matter that much after a certain point. If you want to go like all in on solo Magic Find, it's gonna be a lot expensive, right? For that, and I'm just gonna run a map and show you how I do the like my strategy, because I think this is pretty. I think I just did bare minimum, right? So I'm just basically just go to proj here, and then you daily orbit. Doesn't matter what daily orbit is. And then I have one compass. I'm using this one because nothing else really matter. I don't care to buy a lot of the compass, so I just buy the only one, and I just bought it like 50 or 100 of them at a time, and that's about it. Just use this. Quality bonus of your maps also applies to rarity, so that's pretty good. And then you're using reliquary, divination, and gilded abyss gear. I'm using divination just because I'm running Crimson Township. If you don't run Crimson Township, or you don't run any card like good card map, you don't need this. I have never dropped the apothecary yet, so yeah, I mean eventually it's probably gonna drop, but yeah, it's still not really giving me currency back. So basically, the abyss and reliquary is the only two that matter right now. So the last one, I went with the Harbinger. You could do whatever you want here. I feel like Harbinger just add a lot of rare monsters, and also it's just packed together, right? So you can kind of kill them, or you can do the expedition because it gives you 50% increased runic monsters marker. But generally speaking, it's worse than Harbinger. But if you get a lot of quantity on the on the marker, wait, on the what is it, the remnant, you can get a really good drop from expedition as well. You don't need to invest anything on expedition points. I don't think you need much. Maybe you get like quantity artifact drop here and there, but that's about it. You can use anything, like you can use Elder. Elder is probably the best one if you don't want to invest anything on the tree. Strong box give you flat monsters, right? And then also Torment Spirit is also good if you want like loose explosion. But I'm just gonna go with Harbinger because I've been running with it. So you just need two proj and whatever else mod you can run, and you just run it. This is how I do. I just run a beast, and that's it. You don't click anything else. You just click a beast, and then you activate with the sections. That's how I run. And I'm just gonna show you the map, and you can see how it goes. So basically, when you get into the map, you're gonna run into the wildwood, and here I'm focusing on the purple. No, the yellow one. You either go yellow and blue or yellow and purple. Purple and blue is kind of not really doing anything, but you can also do that because you can't choose some time, right? So I'm just gonna run, getting a blue because the blue is appearing right now. It's let's see the blue, so I'm running blue. If I see green, if I see yellow, I will go for yellow. But right now I don't see. Oh, I'm seeing yellow. Okay, I'm just gonna follow the yellow track. So basically, this is gonna be a yellow and blue map. There's gonna be a lot of currency. I hope so. No, because it's bad. It's not an event for the yellow one, so I don't get a lot. But I do get a lot of blue, so that's probably a little bit of currency. Here you can run back and kill these monsters because sometimes it give a bit of a wits. But I don't really care. I just run out, right? And also, you know, you kind of want to do ritual as well because ritual give a lot of rare monster for you to kill. So just gonna do ritual. And this build is kind of laggy, as you can probably see my frame drop. But I'm probably gonna stop talking and just fast forward the video so that you can see how it run the map. So that was the map. So that's how I ran most of my map. That was probably one of the worst showcase because I generally like drop like one divine at the very least, like each map. So on average, there's like 2 divines drop like each map. So that was quite disappointing, but it's fine because you know when you get some bad luck map, you eventually get the good one. But yeah, I mean, it's just Magic Find. And Magic Find is the same as every single league, except this league it's just more potent because you get the Wisp, which is really good. I didn't get much of the yellow one. Also, I dropped this. Oh, I got 2 of this, so I might just do them. Let's see. And I want to talk about my build, but the Atlas, you can just do whatever with the Atlas. Yeah, and then you can just do whatever with it. But for the... That's a shit one. It's not a Squire, but even if it is a Squire, doesn't matter. So, let's see. Yeah, I'll talk about my character. Oh, That's not very good. Wow. Okay. So my character was initially gonna be like a character that can, well, I mean, I don't want to die, so it's just gonna be a tanky character, and I have 75 chaos resistance without a Watcher's Eye that give you chaos resistance. So this is really, really good. I got more than this, but I dropped the chaos resistance Buster Jewel, which I think I have still. I'm listing it for selling here. So I used this for quite some times. It gives a lot of chaos resistance. But when I changed my build, which is this one, give 35 chaos resistance. Well, I should keep this unless I change my build. So basically, I had way too much chaos resistance, and then I dropped the chaos resistant small cluster jewel. Now I'm using life, so I have 5k life, as you can see here. I probably have like one of the highest life, you know, for the Magic Vine character, and I could probably run what is it, like the 55 blood as well, but I don't feel like it's necessary, especially you run tier 9 and this character rarely die in tier 9. I think I die a lot before I, you know, basically finish my character. This is like probably the final state, unless I want to run, you know, Mage Blood and I have to change a couple of things, because Mage Blood with you know, with flash effect, with reduced flash charge, with a lot of these things probably doesn't make sense. But I'm not running Mage Blood right now, so my jewel is just life and resistance and a bit of strength, because I am really, really in need of strength. Without the strength, I wouldn't be able to use Immortal Call. And Immortal Call is kind of good, especially you're running a lot of, you know, like physical converted to elemental damage taken. I had 14 on my helmet, which can go a little bit higher. I could go to 16%, but that's like, you need to get like a grand or something, or like you know, exceptional. But I don't really want to do that. That's so expensive. Like this league Eldritch currency is so expensive. So this one is just 7% chaos damage over time. You know, I could get higher, but also again, it's pretty expensive, and I don't want to bother like rolling. So 7% is fine. You can get like, I don't know, like 13% or something, or 15%. I don't even know. But the thing is, you can just get like the rare against again, you know, when they're a rare or unique enemy nearby, then you get a higher number or something, because you don't really care about, you know, normal or magic monster, because they're gonna die anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. But you know, if you want consistent, you can kind of do this. The projectile PS doesn't really matter. I don't really care about them, but I can't get anything else. You know, there's nothing else that, you know, getting it would be good. I mean, there's a like hinder, there's increased like wither effect or something, but it's not doing anything, like to be real. And your balls, just with a hell, you just get that 250. You can get 240, 230, it doesn't really matter. I mean, like you get a little bit more damage, you get a little bit more health here and there. And this one, I could divine it to get a little bit better damage, but yeah, whatever, it's worked, you know. Tier 9 maps, doesn't really matter. The boots, it's pretty simple. You just get 20% quant, doesn't really matter. With the resistance, you can get like the lowest one, 40 to 50, doesn't really matter that much. It really matter if you can't get a good like winter, as I don't, right? I have like minus 12 fire resistant and minus 17 fire resistant, so I'm a little bit lacked on fire resistant, but this one give a lot, so it's kind of good. And then you using lightning coil. The best one would probably be like reduced damage from crit and the +1 socket gem, or a +3 +1 socket gem and +2 projectile. That would be okay. That would be like probably one of the best one that you can get. And then the gem socket, I mean, you can just check my character. Doesn't really matter that much. She's using power. I have level 4 here, and I have level 3 here. You can get level 4 here as well. It doesn't really like, it doesn't really that expensive. Like you can just get it, and you have more damage. But I don't feel like I need it. And also, like, this is a mana force it up, so I don't even have like quality, and my Vicious Reptile is not even awakened. I could get like a little bit more damage. I could squeeze it out more, but it doesn't really matter. You know, your amulet is probably gonna be the most expensive one if you want to get like a really good, right? You can kind of get the simplex one that's gonna give you 20% quant and +2 to all chaos gem, and then you could get another mod, like whatever mod that you want to get. But I feel like I'm lacking all attributes, so I'm lacking like intelligence and strength, which I really need. So I'm just using this, and I probably can never replace it because it's just too much work to do, and I don't really want to do that unless I change my belt to like Headhunter or something, which I don't know if it's better, I don't know if it's good, because Headhunter is kind of like, you can't really extend the buff that long, so you get 20 seconds and you have to stand still doing a beast anyway. So yeah, I mean 20 seconds is like passing very fast. So the only thing that I would change probably Mage Blood, and if I change to Mage Blood, I have to figure something out, because the 5% recover on a flask use, it's not gonna work. So right now I'm stacking 2 of this, so I get 10%, and I drop the here 4%. 4% is pretty bad, and I get like something else, because one passive is really really important for me right now, because I'm pretty tight on the points, and then I need like a little bit more because I want to get the random remove a random non-elemental element when you use a life flask, because this one counts as a life flask, so you can use it to remove bleeding and poison, because they are just annoying as well. Your character will die to bleeding more, well, poison a little. Yeah, I think poison killed this character way more than bleeding, but yeah. And then you just get like a lot of you know, life gain on hit, 50% reduced life regeneration. This is kind of good, but I don't think it's that good, because the enemy can still recover life by just like gain life, so it doesn't really do much, but I mean it does help a little bit. I probably drop it if I feel like I have enough damage. I probably drop it and get something else, like, you know, like maybe increase aura effect so that I can run faster, a little bit faster, because I'm running a haste and purity of elements. And then precision and clarity, it's just because my Watcher's Eye, as you can see here, I have a 12% 14% attack speed while affected by precision, phasing while affected by haste, and the mana cost. I would like to get a -10, because if I have -10, then with my belt, I can just infinitely, like, never run out of mana, unless there's a mana drain, the mana siphon monster. So the character is pretty tanky. You get like 50%, you get you know, 14% here, so you get 64% of damage taken to you know, converted to elemental damage. So that was really good. And then you have another 15%, which scale by your flask effect, which I don't know how much. So it's probably gonna be like I don't know, like 20%, something like that. So 20% plus 50%, 7%, and like 84% like damage converted to elements, and you're gonna be really really tanky because you have a lot of less damage taken, right? Less cold damage taken and less fire and lightning. I think the fire and lightning, it's much better because it's a utility, like magic utility flask, which is gonna be 30% increase effect. So you get much more of the fire and lightning damage reduction. So it would be better to get fire or you know, fire and lightning converted from fizz. So that's one thing you have to be consider if you want to be a little bit tanky. And I think this character is pretty tanky. I mean, it's not hardcore viable. I wouldn't say this character is hardcore viable. Maybe it is if you have really fast reaction, because sometimes you can just die from damage over time with the, you know, 40 or 100 poison stacks. You can still die pretty fast. So you have to be really fast with your reaction, and I think that's pretty cool with this character setup. The thing is, just I don't think, like, I don't know, Pathfinder is just too good for this kind of setup. You just be immortal against a lot of like hit, because the 3 charge gain when enemy hit, and you get a lot of reduced flat charge use. You just get so much of flash spam So every time I press my flask, I gain 10% of my health right here. So I can get 20% with if I have the badge which was taken, and I also run the consecrated ground because I got this right. So 10% increased damage. So it's basically just like, yeah, some rare are just so tanky and I don't want to deal with them, so I just get a little bit more damage against rare. And also nearby cannot gain power, frenzy, and rune charges give your character so much safer. You know, like when you're running a map, if monster can gain, you know, like frenzy charge, they can do more damage, right? So, and power charge, they're gonna crit you more. So it's pretty bad, right? So this mod alone, it's probably provide like, I don't know, like 5% more tankiness for my character, and then like 27% chance of getting end charge on hit. So you have a little bit of a physical damage mitigation, and then you also convert some of the physical damage taken into elemental. So this, it's just, I mean, it's okay. You don't need for endurance charge on this character, but it's okay to have if you can get them, because you just, you know, you just get them, right? And I don't think there's much, right? This one, it just gives you life flats to gain like three charges when you suppress spell. So when you spam this, right? Sometimes you spam your divination distillers, and it's ran out, right? You just run into the monster, and then you just gain this last charge back. It's pretty like broken with this interaction. I don't know like why it exists, but it's fine, you know, it's okay. Okay, that's pretty much it for the character. You can check my POP or whatever, you know, check my profile. The character probably changed a little bit, you know, if I get a more level to go to level 100 or something. But I just want to try Magic Find because last league I didn't play Magic Find, and I was supposed to be playing Magic Find last league, but I just can't put myself through you know, like gearing up Magic Find character because it's not much, right? Like Toda just doesn't do anything to the map, so there's no reason to do Magic Find, pretty much. But that's about it, guys. If you know, you want to know what I'm doing, I'm just gonna upload this just to update what I'm doing. If you guys enjoyed the league so far, I think this league it's not gonna go core. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of this league going core. It's good for 3 months, I guess. It's the loot dopamine, you know, loot pinata gameplay. It's fine for 3 months. I love it, but to let it stay in the game, I probably don't like it. You know, just the idea of the item just drop like everywhere. I don't know. It just feels kind of weird to play that kind of game. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the Affliction, and also if you enjoyed the video, just, you know, drop a like or subscribe. You know, if you're so kind, that's pretty good. Bye.